Imagine a delicious chocolate cake cut into 8 equal slices. And you take one slice. You've just experienced a fraction. Fractions represent parts of a whole. They help us understand and work with quantities that are not whole numbers. Whether dividing cake at a party or measuring ingredients for a recipe, fractions are everywhere. Understanding them unlocks a universe of possibilities. Let's embark on a journey to demystify fractions, simplifying their mysteries. Every fraction has 2 key components: the numerator and the denominator. The numerator, the top number, tells us how many parts we have. Think of it as the number of slices you take. The denominator, the bottom number, tells us the total number of equal parts. The whole is divided in 2. The total slices in the pie. For example, in the fraction 1/8, 1 is the numerator, representing your single slice. The 8 is the denominator, representing all the slices in the whole pie. Simplifying fractions makes them easier to understand and work with. It's like finding the most elegant way to express the same idea. To simplify a fraction, find the greatest common factor, or GCF, of the numerator and denominator. The GCF is the largest number that divides evenly into both. For example, consider the fraction 4/8. The greatest common factor of 4 and 8 is 4. It is the largest number that divides evenly into both. Now divide both numerator and denominator by 4. The simplified fraction is 1/2. This means 4/8 and 1/2 represent the same portion of the whole. Adding fractions with the same denominator is like adding apples to apples. If the denominators are the same, simply add the numerators, keeping the denominator constant. For example, 1/8 plus 3/8. Both fractions have the same denominator, 8. Add the numerators. 1 plus 3 equals 4. The denominator remains 8. The result is 4/8. Simplify this fraction using the GCF and get 1/2. So, what about fractions with different denominators? Adding fractions with different denominators requires a bit more work. We need to find a common denominator. Think of it like wanting to add apple slices and orange slices. To combine them, we need a common unit, like pieces of fruit. To find a common denominator, find the least common multiple, or LCM, of the denominators. The LCM is the smallest number that both denominators divide into evenly. Once you have the LCM, rewrite each fraction with the LCM as the denominator. Then add the numerators, keeping the denominator. For example, 1/4 plus 1/3. The LCM of 4 and 3 is 12. 12 is the smallest number that both denominators divide into evenly. Multiply the numerator by the LCM and rewrite 1/4 as 3/12 and 1/3 as 4/12. Now, add the fractions. 3/12 plus 4/12 equals 7/12. Let's look at subtracting fractions. Subtracting fractions with the same denominator follows a similar principle to addition. If the denominators are the same, subtract the numerators. For example, consider 5/8 minus 2/8. Both fractions have a denominator of 8. Subtract the numerators. 5 minus 2 equals 3. The denominator remains 8. The result is 3/8. What about subtraction with different denominators? Just like with addition, subtracting fractions with different denominators requires finding a common denominator. Find the least common multiple of the denominators and rewrite each fraction with the least common multiple as the denominator. Then, subtract the numerators. For example, 3/4 minus 1/3. The least common multiple of 4 and 3 is 12. Rewrite 3/4 as 9/12 and 1/3 as 4/12. Now, subtract 9/12 minus 4/12 equals 5/12. Let's look at a creative example. Imagine baking a cosmic cake for a gathering of celestial beings. You need 1/2 cup of stardust and 1/4 cup of moonbeams. To combine these ingredients, you need to understand fractions. Adding 1/2 and 1/4 requires a common denominator, which is 4. So 1/2 cup of stardust becomes 2/4 cup. Now you can add 2/4 plus 1/4 equals 3/4 cup of cosmic ingredients. Fractions are essential in countless scenarios, from measuring ingredients to understanding proportions and ratios in the universe. Congratulations, fellow explorers, future scientists, and engineers. You've embarked on a journey through the fascinating world of fractions. You've learned to simplify, add, and subtract them, unraveling their mysteries. But the journey doesn't end here. Continue practicing, exploring, and asking questions. The more you delve into the universe of fractions, the more you'll discover their elegance and power. Keep seeking knowledge and let your curiosity guide you. The cosmos of mathematics awaits. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to Empower Africa Academy for more educational content.